day. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And now
the final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Kirk, complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception.
The pass.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pre-game. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. A screen to Bell.
7-yard line.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up
on 2nd down. It's Bell, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Ball carrier.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Gain of 1. brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Adams. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, so you'll get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by their 35-year-old quarterback in his 13th season in the NFL, the former MVP Matt Ryan.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. That's pulled in by the rookie from USC, Michael Pittman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 17 carries, 60 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45.
Weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Play action. It's Ryan. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 17, Ryan hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Cincinnati.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
Ryan sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, it's Ryan. He'll get this one to Galladay. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Dexter Lawrence coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
7. Bengals 3.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and
now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This one caught by Isabella. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Davante Adams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tucker now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Harry Cox. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And that'll make it third down.
You have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you talk about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. First play of the drive, going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 9 now. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Rob Gronkowski in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he'll bang that one through. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 29-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Bilal Nichols. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, Nichols set 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan, a short throw. This is caught by Cox. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. And he's racking up the yardage. You see the catches. Defensively, what do you do here to stop a guy like this?
You keep trying to change things up because nothing is really working. Whether you have a man on him, 2 people, you're showing different types of zone defenses combined with man-to-man coverages. Try and change things up and eventually get to the point where maybe you put enough people on him, they won't throw the ball to him anymore.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That's good.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at their 48-yard line.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll go back to the ground with Bell, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Jake Ryan on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bengals 33-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll go again with Bell. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 29. The Eagles on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns. Now it's a 21-point game.
Bengals 3.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On first down, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
25-yard line.
Throwing again. Ryan throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4th down. Here's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnovers.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the fumble recovery was an important first step, but still a huge 4th quarter hole to dig out of. Down 3 scores. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Montgomery. 2 yards on the play. First down, Bengals.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he finds Montgomery complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And the Bengal first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Kenny Galladay, 28 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up.
Onside kick.
And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now Bell. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Makes the score Eagles 27, Bengals 10.
So with that, you figure
3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other."
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for the Bengals. 44 yards. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. David Montgomery, the target, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 45 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. And those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score.
Bengals 17.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one.
Onside kick. Recover.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Philadelphia, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they suffered defeat for the first time